Bitcoin surges to over $60,000. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heise here and welcome to another episode of Heise Says. Bitcoin is over $60,000 everyone, so congratulations to all of you that have, invested and have realized some profit. Will it keep going? Let's jump over here and have a look at the current price. So it's at $61,331 at the moment, up 7% in the last 24 hours and 13.8% in the last 7 days. You can see it climbing up here. Ethereum is at 3,800 with change, up 2% in the last 24 hours and 8.26% in the last week. Then you've got Binance coin, up 13% in the last week. Cardano, it's actually down over the last week. It hasn't really moved as much. So Bitcoin is climbing. So Cardano, well, it's staying flat in USD, but then going down in BTC. Tether is, it's a stable coin. You've got XRP is at $1.14, again flat, so it's going down in BTC. Solana is going up. Polkadot is up at $43. And then Dogecoin, well, it's still sitting at 23 cents. So again, it's going down in BTC value. That's the danger with some of these altcoins, guys. You know, they tend to move opposite to a lot of the crypto. So let's have a look. I want to look at this article from Reuters. Bitcoin tops $60,000, a 6-month high on a US ETF expectations. Okay, so will there be an exchange-traded fund for Bitcoin? Bitcoin topped 60 grand for the first time in 6 months on Friday, nearing its all-time high, as hopes grew that US regulators would allow a futures-based exchange-traded fund, a move likely to open the path to wider investment in digital assets. Cryptocurrency investors have been waiting for approval of the first US ETF for Bitcoin, which bets on such a move fueling its recent rallies. Okay, so remember, Bitcoin's been banned in China. What happened the last time there was all this futures trading that came on the scene for Bitcoin? It kind of tanked it, didn't it? It kind of tanked it. And there's a lot of, well, let's just say, playing the market. The world's biggest cryptocurrency rose to 61,869, its highest since mid-April. It was last up 6.9%. It has risen more than half since September 20 and is closing in on a record high of 64,895. It hit in April. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is set to allow the first American Bitcoin futures ETF to begin trading next week. Bloomberg News reported on Thursday. Such a move would open a new path for investors to gain exposure to the emerging asset, according to traders and analysts. Crypto ETFs are inevitable. A product like this will eventually come to fruition since there is demand for it, said Chris Klein, Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of Bitcoin IRA. It seems clear that regulators will approve some version of a crypto ETF soon, most likely by Monday, Klein added, as regulators become more familiar with the space and the SEC is starting to understand how these assets are stored, secured, and reconciled so that it makes sense in traditional finance. Bitcoin's move on Friday was spurred by a Twitter post from the SEC's Investor Education Office urging investors to weigh risks and benefits of investing in funds that hold Bitcoin futures contracts, said Ben Kasline of Asia-based crypto exchange AAX. Several fund managers, including the Van Eck Bitcoin Trust, ProShares, Invesco, Valoric, and Galaxy Digital Funds, have applied to launch Bitcoin ETFs in the United States. The Nasdaq on Friday approved the listing of the Valori Bitcoin Strategy ETF. After months of back and forth between the SEC and potential Bitcoin futures ETF issuers, the regulator appears prepared to greenlight a handful of filings that will open the door to wider access to cryptocurrencies to retail and institutional investors alike. Well, not really. No, if you don't own the keys, it's not your crypto. You're just investing where a third party is holding it on your behalf. I guess, is this the way that other generations can get exposure to it? But you're not really using the crypto. So, okay. Under the rule sets used by the ETF issuers, The SEC does not have to give explicit approval to the ETFs, which can be launched at the end of a 75-day period if the US regulator has no objections. The 75-day period for the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF ends on Monday, and the ETF can be launched on Tuesday. The SEC declined to comment. Crypto ETFs have launched this year in Canada and Europe, growing in popularity amid surging interest in digital assets. Futures exchange operator CBOE Global Markets Inc. applied for a rule change with the SEC that would allow it to list certain complex ETFs. The SEC approved the application on the 1st of October. SEC Chair Gary Gensler said previously has said the crypto markets involves many tokens that may be unregistered securities and leave prices open to manipulation and millions of investors vulnerable to risks. Citing people familiar with the matter, Bloomberg report the Bloomberg report said proposals by ProShare and Invesco based on futures contracts were filed under mutual funds rules that Gensler has said providing significant investor protections. In one of the final frontiers for mandate access, said Joseph Edwards. It's one of the final frontiers for mandate access, said Joseph Edwards, head of research at crypto broker Enigma Securities. Plenty of Americans in particular have strings attached to how they deploy a lot of their wealth. It allows Bitcoin to get in on the sort of windfalls that keep US equities as consistently strong as they are. Okay, so that's the real reason why they're doing this. Maybe pension funds and other investments to allow people to get exposure to crypto. Let's have a talk. I mean, what we're seeing here is just a maturing of the market. That means more money going into Bitcoin. Can only be a good thing, really. What do you think? But still, it doesn't mean it's being used for its original intended purpose, for micro digital transactions on the internet. We'll have to see. As always, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this or any other article I talk about. If you want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve or AussieBroadband. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.